Hello, Hawk here again. So, this is just by request. I'm gonna make a video detailing out all of these micro challenge little things and give some input on them. So, the first one is drone defense in the early game. So, it's drone versus Marine SCV. You want to spread the drones. That way, the SCVs can't body block, and then you just right click. You can move away the drones if you want to, so the SCV doesn't do damage to them. And so on. Alright, so that's the first one. Main thing there is just you need to spread out your drones when you're doing that defense. And that's not just for this tutorial, that's like a real thing. Whenever they're bunker rushing you, you want to spread out your drones. That way SCVs can't body block them as easily. This one's lurker egg blocking. This one I skip because it's not an actual like challenge, it's just a thing you can do. Anyway, lurker egg blocking. When it's these types of ramps, you just put them in the center and one can block it. Oh. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, these types of ramps, one can block. The only ones where you need two are coming up. There's 4 different ramps. Trying to get the... Basically, this one you need 2. That's the only type of ramp where you need 2 to block. There's no trick to ramp, so just try and get as center as possible. No, this one you need 2. That might be off? No, it's fine. When you have 2, you don't need to be too exact on it. Anyway, that's all of them. This one is Queen Hydra versus Goliath Tank. It depends how much you want to try hard on this one. It's best if you use the queens. I don't know if it'll allow you to move the queens all the way back here. I guess it does. Cool. So that makes it actually really easy. The main thing with this one is you want to attack with Hydras when the Broodling goes off, because the Broodling provides support and soaks up a lot of damage. But the main thing is keep your queens far away. That way you have time to clone them for the Broodling. So for example, if the queens were in range, the closer they are, and I were to click to Broodling that tank, if they were in range, they would all fire on that tank. So you need time to, do this cloning process, right? You need to finish that all by the time they get to those tanks, and that's why you actually want to move the queens pretty far away. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. See how quick we can try and then move in with the Hydras. The Hydras could have been faster to attack with the Broodlings, but it doesn't matter too much. It gives you some leeway on that one. This one is irradiated mutas, just being able to pull them back. So you're supposed to be able to track them, but I'm not going to click on the one. Ooh, that's a tough one. Nope, I messed up. Sometimes it's easier than others. This is not a... Ooh, that was a really tough one. The problem with this muta micro one, or the micro one this time, is this is actually not consistent. So depending on what muta list gets irradiated, it can either be extremely easy, like this one, or actually impossible to click on it. And so you don't want to rely on this. What the best method is to just pre-hotkey a split. So for example, you can hotkey like all 11 mutas as 1, then hotkey 8 mutas as 2, then hotkey 4 mutas as 3. And if you do that, then immediately when they irradiate, you can split them by just, hitting 1, right click over here, 2, right click over here, 3, right click over there. And that splits them. And then you can pick out the irradiated muta. That's way better than just hoping that you'll get an irradiated muta that's even possible to move out. But kind of useful. This is honestly not a very good thing to practice. It's better just to, hotkey it beforehand. This one is mutalisk chasing. Basically, for this, it's just a combination of right-clicking, and then when you attack, you either use patrol and left-click your muta, or you use move command plus right-click, like I taught in the other video. So if you can't aim, just use patrol, but patrol you actually cannot chase with it, because they stop for a second. So only do that just to finish off them, and if you're nearby, you can use patrol. Otherwise, Q plus right click. The main thing with that one, the chaser, is to press right click to move right after they shoot. That's all. See how right after I issue the attack command or right click it, I want to keep on moving my mutas. That's the important part. And if your muta doesn't fire, that's actually not a big deal either. As long as you don't get behind. Mutas, if they're facing a target, don't actually slow down when they shoot. So you have a lot of time to kill them. The main thing is just make sure to be spamming right click right after the attack comes out. This one, if you lose a single Zergling, they'll die. The important part is to have both the Zerglings on the edge before you attack him. That way... Yeah, so I'll show you what sometimes happens if you don't do it properly, is this gap is actually 2 Zerglings wide, 1, 2, but if you get a Zergling that goes in the middle, it'll block out the other one. So for example, right, let's say you do this. Oh, did it. Alright, let's see if I can show it better then. A lot of times if you don't micro it at all, yeah, see that? So you want to be careful with this, because if you get that, you won't be able to attack him with 2 Zerglings, which is very annoying. And I did it again, so this one even blocks it off. Okay, let's go to the next one. This one is Muta Scourge. I hotkey it as all of them as 2, and pre-clone it. So you can go 2, 3, 4, and it's really easy. Patrol, 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 patrol. And you can just let them fire after targeting 1 muta. You don't actually want to target them down too much, because mutas do overshoot if you were to keep on clicking on just one. I made a video on this already on Muta versus Scourge. You just patrol and go back. Make sure you're in range. This one is 6 versus 7 Zerglings. I'll probably lose this one actually. Yeah, whoops. That was bad. What you want to do is make a line. I might lose this one. Yeah. This is tough. Yeah. That one, you can't do it consistently on flat ground, but it is a good trick. This is something Jaedong first invented, was basically you can sneak up an attack like that. Because when Zerglings move, as a group, they go in single file. So if you were to intercept a single file Zergling coming out on the map, that's moving like this, you can make a wall over here outside of their vision. It's very annoying. Not very consistent though, would not better to just have them on the ramp a lot of times if you have fewer Zerglings, or just to run away after the first few initial hits. Versus Valkyrie. I've played this one before, but there's no big secret with it. It's just they have a lot of Marines, and the big thing with this is you just want to YOLO in some mutas to take the Marine fire. Scourge always kill Valkyries because there's a delay to their shot, but these Marines can kill your Scourge before they'll get to them. But Marines focus Mutalisks. So all of what you do is just move past them, and then what you're going to do is you have hotkeys of this is 2, 3, 4. So what you're going to do is move past them with all of them, and then right click, 3, right click, 4, right click. And that splits the Scourge to all the Valkyrie. Okay, ready? It's super easy. 2, 3, 4. Super easy. And once the Valkyries are dead, this is just a basic Muta versus Marine. That also is the same method for sniping science vessels. I won't go into this too much because I made a video on Muta versus Marine. Yeah. Oh, sloppy, but whatever. This one, they give you way too many mutas. It's actually really funny. But the big thing with this one is just make sure to... Big thing with this one is your mutas need to do damage. Sunkens don't actually do damage, which is the problem. But yeah, you see, they don't... They give you way too many mutas. So you can actually be pretty bad and still win this one. Yeah, the big thing is just your mutas need to do damage. You don't even need the drones, to be honest. The big problem, and the reason why Sunkens are so good, is unless targeted, Marines will automatically target the Sunkens. And the Sunkens don't actually do any damage to Marines. They do 20, whereas each Mutalisk does 14. And Sunkens have, like, 3 times as much health as Mutas. So, really, Marines should be firing on Mutas, but unless targeted, they won't. Okay, Hydra versus Drone. This one you use move command here. You use move command plus right click, similar to like Mutas. And if you do that, you can get a moving shot. Also, Drone also regens health, so you can also do it like that, but it's not the intended way. So, Marine or SCVs always have turning time, whereas drones, if you use move, not. Ooh, you gotta be careful. I'm actually not too good at this, but it has to do with move command plus right click. Is how you want to do it. I feel like out of the spirit of this, I shouldn't make it regen. Okay. But that's all just move command plus right click there. This one, you want to move the Hydras in and snipe the cannons. So what you're going to do is like press move, move, and then target, target. So move, move, plus target, target. You want to kill the wall because it makes it easier to bust. I'm really surprised it doesn't. What I do there is I just right click and then hold position a little bit after. That way they only move up a little bit. I don't want to have like the super injured hydras when I go for this. Yeah, just move in, right click the cannon, right click the cannon. Oops, they've lost this one. Yeah, okay. Here. Let's try that again. Oh, that was a lot better. Try not to use the injured hydras to snipe the wall. Just because there's a chance the cannon can target them. Oh, it's so annoying. Make liberal use of hold position, that way they don't run in and attack things. I think this is like the budget way to beat this one, because you can kind of glitch the AI, but I think either way it would have been fine. This one, I don't know how to beat this one without choosing it. It's actually kind of dumb, I think. But I think this one is impossible unless you choose it. Because they have like 6 Templar, like it doesn't even make any sense. So yeah, you can do it like that. It's not how you're probably supposed to beat it, but again, 6 Templar, like I don't actually think it's even possible if you don't choose it like that. Like it makes no sense how you're supposed to like I tried sniping the Templars the first time I played this one, and it just, there's no way, you know, they have 12 storms. Okay, last one. For this one, you want to load up the Ultras, because they die too quickly to tanks, and so you want to protect them. These are going to be the sacrificial overlords. And everything else, you don't need to hotkey all of them. You're not even going to be sending all of them. So first thing is get double swarms out. And then you use the Defiler inside the Overlord to make the next swarms, and that's kind of what helps you win this. Once you have swarms on top of the tanks, it just becomes really easy. Yeah, that's it.